Carla, thanks for joining me. This was our free Christmas breakthrough session. I'm so happy that we had this session. Tell me, what was the challenge that you had before you come to see me?
Self-doubt, inadequacy, the feeling of not feeling good enough, or even just that I don't bring value or worth to the world, in short.
So how did this play out? Did you have emotions attached to this?
Oh, of course. I mean, these were running my life from all of it for the most part. Yeah, just the constant in the back of my head of you're not good enough, or just why try, you're gonna fail, or just what are people gonna think. All this really was running the show in many, many ways.
So tell us, what has changed, Carla, in this last sort of 60 minutes that we've met? Like, what was the internal change? What was the experience like to find a new version?
I've learned, and not even learned, I embodied the concepts that, like, maybe in the spectrum that I was brought up in, it wasn't valued, but it was a coping mechanism to shut that part out, to basically to live, and which just maybe served me for that time. But now, like, I have a voice. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. I am valued. I bring, like, I think that's the biggest thing. I have a voice, and within that voice brings value. That was a simple, well, quote unquote, simple exercise, but really life-changing. And I've been through years of therapy. And it's different. It's very, very different, because it's one thing to understand it, but it's very different to embody and internalize that mind shift.
I love it. So Carla, tell me, what's going to happen from this point in your life, and how are you going to show up?
I think one of the biggest things that within my past conditioning was that failure is bad. And in this experience, I realized that as a kid, I loved failure. It gave me the opportunity to try again. Um, so I think that alone is life-changing, because the failure is part of life, and it doesn't have to be scary. It's, if anything, I could just kind of try to embrace it from my perspective as a child. It was fun. I get to try again. Which is because I've been wanting to start a business for a long time. That is inevitable that I will fail. And that has been stopped, or had been stopping me for a very, very long time. But if I can see it from a perspective of I get to try again, it's a much more fun and empowering too.
Love it. So what are you going to do exactly? Like, promote yourself. Now you have a voice. You've got your voice back. What are you launching?
Oh, I forgot how much I love to talk and how much I love meeting people and connecting them. I think that was always innate in me. So I have the great fortune to be Mexican American, and with that comes the ability to have both worlds. And in that, I also get to see both sides of the world of Mexican and Mexicans in America. And I think there's also a great divide in that they lose their culture and language. So I would love to create a network of like specialists or people that are in need to come together, like as a business or as a exchange, but basically helping each other out, because I really think that's what the world, like, we all could just help each other out.
Well, Carla, you've got a big market right in front of you. And I would say abundance is waiting. It's knocking on the door, and you seem to be ready to open that door. Thank you very much for this little interview. It was amazing. I love these transformations. Thanks very much.